So it's September and I really wanted to get you a really delicious and seasonal meal your way. So I got some pork on pork action for you, which is how I like it. And we have some really delicious sage and some nice white wine sauce in a saltimbocca. So stick with me on Hot and Easy with Caroline Wright.
Just trying to find a baby, I just need a little baby. Just trying to find a baby, I just need a little baby.
And with me I have my friend Alli, a dear friend and an upstairs neighbor. We're going to teach you how to make some saltimbocca for your fiance.
Yay, perfect.
So to start off, it's really simple. You're just going to get a pork loin chop from the butcher, and you're going to make a cutlet yourself, which actually just means that you're going to cut it in half lengthwise. So you're just going to make with a sharp knife, definitely, you're going to make a incision halfway through, and you're going to stop before the edge and slide your knife. So there you go, you're sort of making a pocket, and you're opening it like a book through to the edge, see, like that? And so it's actually making it a very similar thickness, actually, all the way through. So Alli is going to put this into this bag here.
Okay.
Here we go. There we go. Great. We're just going to put it and make it as flat as possible. And then Alli's going to pound this to a 1/4 inch thick, which is just going to really help with the fast cooking. Just make it really simple for this date night meal. So go ahead.
Which side should I use, Caroline?
Actually use the flat side. You don't want to use the textured side because then you'll end up poking holes in your bag and you don't need to tenderize the meat, which is what that's for.
Okay. Like that?
You probably want to give it a little more force than that.
Right.
There you go. Don't be shy. Let's work out that anger. You're about to be married. There you go. That looks pretty good, actually.
Perfect.
So as you can see, Alli has pounded it to about a 1/4 inch thick, and it's really okay. Sometimes you might get these few little holes. It's really okay if it does perforate a little bit like that. So I'm just going to put this on my board here. So I'm just going to place these 2 sage leaves on here. Just press them down. See, just sprinkle it with some salt and pepper. Be nice and generous for sure. And then Alli, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and put this piece of prosciutto directly onto the pork here. Okay. This is where the pork on pork thing comes in.
I love
it's
prosciutto.
so delicious.
Oh my gosh.
So you're just going to press down a little bit just to
like
adhere
this?
it. Yep, lightly. And go ahead and add it to that plate over there with the other saltimbocca that we've already made. So exactly. We're going to take these over to the stove now where we already have a skillet heating up, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Just swirl it around. You can tell the pan is nice and hot because the butter has that white foam on it, which means the pan temperature is perfect. So we're just going to throw these saltimbocca right into the pan, prosciutto side down actually.
Okay.
We're going to let that sizzle away there for a minute.
Is that cooking on low or high? Or?
This is about medium-high.
Okay.
So there we go. We're just going to let that sizzle away there for a minute. And it's so great because it has such a fast cooking time, so it means that you're probably going to want to be ready for your date by the time this is all getting ready.
That smells so good.
It does.
I love Italian cooking.
So do I.
So does the prosciutto get crispy underneath?
It does. It'll actually get a little bit golden brown. And as you can see, it's starting to turn a little bit white around the edges. That means that it's cooking quite quickly, which is exactly what we want.
Okay.
That's the reason why you pound it to a 1/4 inch thick.
Right.
So we're going to give these guys a little check. You can see they're starting to turn a little bit golden brown, so I think we can give them a nice little flip. There we go. How delicious.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you're looking for. So these guys are, believe it or not, done.
Wow.
So I'm going to take these to our plates over here.
Yep.
Amazing. And So I'm gonna throw this back on the heat actually, because we have all these nice little bits and these juices. We definitely don't want to waste those.
No.
So I'm going to throw this back on the heat, keep the heat the same definitely, and throw in 1 cup of white wine. Any dry white wine will do definitely. And so we're gonna bring this to a boil. It might take a little bit. I'm gonna raise the heat just a tiny bit here. And just let that come to a boil. Actually, over here we have some parsnips, 4 medium parsnips and a small potato that have been boiling for just a little while. So they've been steaming. They're nice and tender. It's about 15 minutes. And I'm going to transfer these guys to this bowl here.
Oh, that looks great. I love that you chose parsnips.
One of my favorite fall vegetables.
Yeah.
It's always lovely to bring something new to the table. This delicate maneuver.
It's healthier too.
Definitely. So all we have is just some steamed parsnips here. Very simple. We're just gonna make a really, really easy mash out of it by adding 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of milk. Allie, if you wanna go ahead and mash those up for me.
Okay. Such a nice smell to it too.
So we're just going to season these, you know, with a generous pinch of salt and pepper. Potatoes love salt and pepper, as you know from making mashed potatoes, I'm sure. So that looks great. I'm going to go check on our sauce. It's still not quite there yet. So it's actually still just a little bit too loose. So we're going to come back in about 5 minutes when it's done. Looks delicious. So as you can see, it's really nice and thick and sort of syrupy. So I'm going to just swirl in off the heat this remaining 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm actually just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So there we go. And so what we're doing here is just emulsifying. Do you want to go ahead and plate some of that parsnip mash?
Sure.
So there we go. It's a nice, beautiful, rich sauce. Comes together so easily. Like that.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It's really, really delicious with the mash. So now we have 2 glasses of wine over there. Do you want to pass me one?
Sure. Thank you so much, Caroline.
Thank you for coming into the kitchen, and thank you
been
guys too for Hot and Easy. This is Caroline Wright.
Just trying to find a